Good afternoon, everybody. Hi. I thought I would set it up. I know you can't see me. I thought I would set it up this way so that I knew I had the piece of paper in a place where you could see it. So what we are going to do is we're going to sit here and just wait until everybody is joined in and with us and ready to have a go at drawing a feather. So hopefully you can see me. I'm slightly concerned that I think I can see my video the way I want to see it, but I think you're the wrong way round. So let me just see if this works. Otherwise I might have to call in my technical team. That is Mr. Mark Green. Just give me 1 second. We can move all this stuff and you'll be able to see a bit better, I do believe. Look at that for a pile of acrylic blocks. So now I've got to wait until the one that I'm watching you on actually catches up. Haha, there we go. I think it's done it. So what I am hoping is we've got a few people joining in now. Say hello if you are here and ready to go. Like I say, what I don't want to do is I don't want to start too soon. Here we go. Looks fine. I've moved it anyway because I was too worried it was going to be the wrong way and I was going to be drawing the wrong way. But anyway, the basis of this story is Sally, Jane, Gail, Laura, Louise. Nice to have you all. Rosie can see. Caroline. Brilliant. I think what I might do is just natter to you for a second. Oh, can you hear it? Is it really, really bad? I am the right way up now. Is it raining? Yes, we have rain in our little shire. Hi Natalie, hi Leslie, hi Sharon. Yeah, it's raining here, which means Elsa, my little hairy dog, has got the collar of doom on so that she doesn't shout all the way through this video. If the sound of the rain gets too much for you, please, I love the sound of the rain. See, I'm in my conservatory and so the noise is just quite loud on here. Right, so I think what I'll do is I'll wait for Bev to give me the nod as to when we can get going. One of the things I did want to say is when we talked about how we were going to do this, it was you need a pencil and a piece of paper. I'll talk to you about my favourite pencils for a minute while we just see where we're at in terms of who's joining in. These are Faber-Castell pencils, and I can honestly say they are my favourite of favoritist pencils, to the point where in my pencil pot I already have, if I just show you, two packets in waiting, because I just love them. I can honestly say this is not a sponsored video at all. I just love these pencils. But what I am going to do is probably I will draw it in pen, for no other reason. Louise, Sharon, we did a sound check. We did do a sound check. Like I say, if it gets too much, tell me and I will do a very quick dash over the road to a slightly quieter room, if that is what you would prefer. But yeah, so I'm going to draw this in pen, and the reason for that is I just worry that the pencil may not show up. I'm quite happy to do it in pencil if you want. It's completely up to you. Just let me know what you would prefer. But I think in a minute Bev's going to say get on with it, and we'll make a start. This is older packaging, so bear with me, but the one that we are aiming for is the quill feather. So hopefully by the time we are all finished, we will have something like this. I have one of those. Can hear you clearly. Excellent. Who's laughing at the fact that they're going to draw one of these? Is it that they're Gail? Right, Beverly says go, go, go. So, pencils at the ready. Like I say, I'm going to go with pen. Need them then, and a pencil sharpener. Right, Debbie. That's my pencil sharpener. Matches my pencils. And I might have the matching rubber outer as well. But anyway, you don't need that's just me. So I'm going to use my favoritist fine liner pen, which I don't know if you can see that one. If I turn around actually that way, you might even be able to read it. It's an Edding 55 fine liner. I have these in varying colours, just because I like them so much. So, are we all sitting comfortably? First thing is, we need a line, and the line is going to go from about here to about there. Now, the smaller the line, the smaller your feather. I'm drawing on A4. The principles of this apply to however big the piece of paper is that you are using. All right. So you could draw this on a really teeny weeny piece of paper. Beverly Jane. Beverly Jane. So here, their line is the basis for your feather. Can you see it though? So my video that I'm effectively watching what I'm doing, it's so that I can see properly. I'm just hoping that you guys can see okay. Once you've done that, a similar line, and you're going to go just a little bit away, and ultimately you're going to meet up at the top here. Oh yeah, you can see that. Absolutely fine. So, and you can draw it in bits, or you can go like so, because anything we do, we can cover up. And do you know why we can cover it up? Because it's ours. So this bit here, we're going to come back to that about the end. Right. Next, so about an inch away from the end, on both sides, just do a little sprig, because if you look at the bottom of a feather, it's got those little bits where the feather has come out of the impact animal. And then just a little way up from that, I start on the top. There's no reason for that, it's just the way I do it. If you want to start on the bottom, same principles apply, okay? So, come out, like so, and then from that point, come back in to your outer line. So this line here, okay? And these, we're going to do the same on both sides all the way up to the top. And it is just going to look like an outline for a little while. Next. So if you imagine that's the top, well, don't imagine it's the top, it is the top. So come out again. And do about the same. Now, it doesn't need to be matching on both sides, because having, I'm sure, seen a feather before, they're not all the same. What you could do is leave a little gap, which I'm going to do this time. And come back in. I'm just going to, as we always say to you guys, move your paper and not yourself. And carry on and then this last one I'm going to take all the way up to the top, and that's going to be about the top of my feather. Right, I just missed some comments for a minute, so is everybody okay? Is it that time already? Car making radio's coming back. I seem to have lost some comments, so if I've missed anything, I am really sorry. And then, again, move the paper to suit you. Please don't struggle trying to move it, or trying to move yourself. Okay. So, and then again, we're going to do the same, and back into that centre line, but keeping that clear, or as clear as you can. As well, any of the white pen, I'm not getting the shape of the feathers. Right, so Rosie, which bit is it you, so if you, are you left-handed? This could be, it didn't occur to me if anybody was going to be left-handed. See, as I look at that one, it doesn't look, I'd maybe come out a little bit more, but we can fix that afterwards. And it looks really basic just to start with, but that's okay. And then that top line is just going to meet up there, a bit overly. And like I say, at this point, it doesn't actually look like anything. Right-handed. Awkward left here, left-hander here. Had to turn mine upside down. Okay, so which lines is it you're struggling with, Rosie? Caroline, I'm sorry, I can't draw left-handed. I can't even write left-handed, so drawing would definitely be a problem. I'm left-handed, I just did it on the diagonal in the other direction, yeah. Now, like I said, I'm using my favourite fine liner, but you can use any pen or pencil to do this. It doesn't have to. Mine is pants so far, but it's meant to be a feather, not pants. It does it. What I will say at this stage is, don't panic. It's gonna look great. So, the first feather shape. So let me just move that one to the side a second. So you need to do the two lines. That one's quite a broad one, isn't it? Well, maybe just narrow that one down a little bit. So you've got this. Then it's these bits you need. And they can be uniform if it helps you. No problem, upside down works. Okay, so let's go back to this one we drew. That one's a bit bigger, I know I won't be able to do that big. So let's go back to this one. Okay, are we ready to go again? So next, what we're looking for is to get these lines here. Because effectively the white bit there, they're not white lines that we're drawing in. It's just white bits that we're leaving out. Absolutely, Bev. So, Rosie, don't panic. Because what you have in front of you, I'm guessing, is a piece of paper and a pencil. Not sure about great, but with you so far. Brilliant. So, from this line here, so that if you like the top one of these lines. So, very gently, using that line, just little strokes. Okay, then go back to the beginning of that first section and go again. By the end of this, you're going to be absolutely fantastic and have it nailed. And then occasionally throw in a longer one. And we're going to do that from here right up to the top, okay? Cracked it, brilliant. Probably on Bev's advice rather than mine. Okay. And if you've got a gap here like I have, so I should have got a real feather. But in this gap here, I'm just going to put a little extra bit. And it is just these little flicks that make it happen. So for all of you that thought you were going to come here and find out some magical piece of technical information that made me draw this feather, it's just lots of lines. Okay? How are we all getting on? Because what I'm fairly sure of is that all of you that are here can in fact draw a line. Just a little, it's not even a line, it's just a flick. Right, supposed to be working but joining in on the back of my notepad with an orange pen. Love that. Absolutely love that. So these gaps that we've got between, we're going to be able to fill those in with, you guessed it, more pen flicks. And if you look at it and you're thinking, oh, it's just, I'm not getting there. So to get the opposite side, so let me get that back again. So to get the opposite side, what we're going to do is exactly the same thing but coming the other way. However, if you prefer, turn your piece of paper around, because then it's facing the lines that we've just drawn. And what it'll do is start to build up that, just that first section really. And I think by doing that, it sort of, it builds your confidence a little bit. How are we all doing? You've all gone very quiet. Very quiet. I've always struggled with drawing. My art skill was shreds of paper. Yeah, but art's art. It's if you're, we talk to, as you can imagine, quite a few people about what they're making and how they're feeling. They say, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that. The point about it is, as long as you're having fun with what you're doing, that's the point. I didn't do art at school. Looks great already, Sam. Concentrating, yeah, I thought as much. So it's, are you guys, is anyone using pen? Anyone who's using pen or pencil? What's the general consensus? What did you all decide? Lots of concentrating. Concentrating, listening to the rain. What I will do occasionally is, so for example, I'll do one now. I'll make it go all the way across. It's just for the sort of the shading of it, really. Pencil, pencil, pencil. I think your pen is better. Well, the thing about it is that, like I say, the reason I did pen, not because I think I'm not going to make a mistake. I am not that silly. Because I will make a mistake. I'll just put something else there to cover it up there. Steve-o, hard to talk with. Pencil. Yeah, pencil's my preferred, but I was worried that you wouldn't be able to see, and that was kind of the point, wasn't it? So what you'll find is, pen or pencil, either, you will have, so the build-up of colour at the edges is what starts to force the vision of your feather. Pencil, Debbie Toby. Pencil and rubber, sacred of pen. I'm going to assume, the lovely Debbie, that you're thinking maybe you might be scared of using the pen rather than sacred. Hubby has... Right. Pen, I have regrets. Rosie, hubby's just said that I've done well. Well, there you go then. Amazing. So the thing is, what I would also say is, just keep turning your piece of paper around to find the part of your... Okay. Find the way that's comfortable for you. But the thing about this is, it's finished and it's ready when you say it is. Not me, not anyone else. Steve-o, think I'll get my technical drawing things out from school days. Oh, technical drawing. That's one of my favourite ones. But yeah, so when you're going from the outside in, you can do it from without moving the paper if you're happy to do so. And if you're not, don't. Simple as that. How's everybody doing? Just give me a thumbs up. You don't have to type or anything. I don't want to break your flow or concentration. It's going to be like the quietest Facebook Live ever. Ah, that's good. You're all still alive. The other thing I would say, guys, is just while you, I'll just talk to you, and then if you want to join in, that's fine. Thank you so much for joining in with this. We have been asked for these for quite some time, and I'm very sorry it's taken me quite a while to do it. But that doesn't mean I didn't want to. It just means I didn't. Karen, mine looks absolutely nothing like yours. Not yet. But the other thing, Karen, is it's quite. I think my chair might have just nearly fallen apart. The other thing is, it's not meant to look like mine. It's meant to look like yours. This is you. No. Right, Bev. It's not about that. It's about being able. The very, very first one I drew, it looked like one of those things that you get in America on a stick. It's like a sausage on a stick, and it has stuff around the outside. It looked like one of those. Welcome to the room, Sally Holmes. Weren't you here earlier? Did you go out and get a cup of tea and come back? Rosie, my feather is a cross between a seagull and some non-existent bird, but it's okay. Well, when you say a non-existent bird, is it non-existent, excuse me, or is it from a bird that nobody knows about yet? There you go. Julie, my goodness, first tutorial I've sat and watched. I'm amazed at the detail. So talented. The sound of the rain kept making... I'm so sorry. But just to say, Julie, when you say talented, it's not. This this, it's a series of lines. Corn dog, well done, Beverly. It's a series of lines. And the thing about this video is, I'm fairly sure that Bev at some stage will say to me, Sam, can you save that video? And I'll go, ha ha ha, what? And then, but it'll be available for you. I couldn't find my thumbs up on the laptop. It's funny you should say that, Sally. When I do try out Tuesdays with Bev, yeah, I can't do thumbs up or anything like that. So if anything like that happens, I also have to log in on my phone. There we go. Right. Have we done that side? Would you like to carry on with the other side? Oh no, angry face. Who did I make angry? Uh-oh. I didn't mean to, I promise. The thing about this is there's no hurry. I'm sat at home with Cooper Dog and the others. They're all here too. I think the bird is yet to be discovered. Well, it can't be discovered if it doesn't have all its wings and feathers. So the principle applied to this side is exactly the same. So if you like, a kind of mirror image. So again, from the middle, starting here, you're going to do all those lines that you just spectacularly did. We're going to do them again. Now, if I'd done this in pencil, I would have probably brought that line in a little bit more and rubbed that one out. So, might just do that. And if this line here, you're thinking, oh, that's a bit wayward, don't worry about that. That is no problem. But the first one I drew was, it of all the things it was, great, it was not. Oh, Jan's already on to the next side. Okay, I'll go on then, it can't be worse than this size. Please can you do a close up on the tip? Yeah. I'm just going to stand up so that I can hold it up for you. There you go. But we will come back to sort of refining it and putting it back together and so for those of you that have already moved on to the other side, thank you. Jane's on the next side. So basically what we're saying is then you're all going to have your feathers drawn before I've finished this one. Is that what? I better get on with it and catch up then. On the next side too. And it is just about those small, steady... See, look at me rushing to catch up with you all now. The nice thing about it is, if you were to go, I don't know if you have gardens or woodlands around you or anything like that. If you were to go into the woods and find a feather, and then find another feather, you wouldn't find two the same. You just wouldn't. They're not like that. Mine looks like the line of weird sharks. Alison, love it. Sam sent you a picture of mine. Need to practice more, or I was just too fast. Right, Caroline, where have you sent the picture to? Have you sent it to Be Crafty, or have you sent it to me? Means they can show their finished feathers before you, yes. I've got seagulls on the roof who get feathers all the time. I love feathers. They're so cool. And so the principle of how to do this, so the little flicks. You see there where the line was kind of almost the same up to the top. What I've just done is just sort of closed it in a little bit, because on a feather that it naturally tapers off at the top. On the page we're on now, I'm trying again. I don't think we have this species of bird that would match my feather. But please don't, like I say, don't think that if I can find it, I will show you the first one I did. I haven't got a clue where it is right this second. But the first one I ever did, like I say, I couldn't remember what it was called, but as Bev said, corn dog. It looked like some sort of snack, fast food snack. And what I would say is don't rush, don't but just have fun with it. And they're quite a nice and peaceful thing to draw. I occasionally, like, I find the back of an envelope, it's got nothing else to do. But I'm enjoying it. Yeah, so that's a really good point, actually. If the tutorial is something that you're enjoying, despite not perhaps being so keen on your results, not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with them, but you guys are, I better stop faffing or it will all be grey. Right, okay, so let's talk about that then. People who have used pencil, what you can do at this point, if you want, is have you got a good rubber outer? I've started a little one next to whilst I wait for the finishing off tips. Yeah, that's a good idea. So it's the main thing is to get these initial lines in. I'm just going to quickly catch up. More sketchy than flicky, second side's better. Okay, so what that means then is that as your confidence has grown and you've felt a bit more flicky adventure-y, what it means, do you know, I'm just going to bring that one up there. I'm going to hide it all, it's going to be fine. Yeah, so if this had been in pencil, I'd have rubbed that out and gone again. But so this part of the feather is going to be particularly dark to hide that line. But that is okay. And do you know why that is okay? Because it's my feather and it can be however I want. Much like the one that you have is your feather and it can be however you want. Okay, so, oh, I haven't done this bit, look. That's my right away. I think I arranged joining in with yours. See, it feels like it's calmed down a bit, but the other problem is, because I spend an awful lot of time in here, I've learnt to love the sound of the rain on the roof in here. And I sort of cancel it out, cancel it out, is that right? Okay. And so, for example, looking at this one, if I sort of go close up a bit to there, this bit here is really quite sparse. So what I'll do is, and you can still see the line of where I've drawn that block. So that's a good place to do some of the joining up bits. Does that make sense? So then look for places where your initial lines were drawn, Marcia, hello. Absolutely loving the sound of the rain now. So peaceful, yeah, it is. So here, bring that back up again and show you. So just here, what I'm going to do is that's a place, and this is like you say, what like Bev said, you know, sort of finishing off bits. So so feathers gather like this essentially when they're just slightly damp, but there are still parts that won't. Rain can be so calming sometimes. It is. I love it. How are we all doing? So once you've sort of found yourself at a place where you think, right, I'm happy now. You know, you look at it, does it almost resemble a feather? Almost. Because if at this stage, if you've never drawn one before and it resembles a feather right now, then I would say we've won. So just tidying up the lines now. Loving your feather sun looks real close up. Thank you very much. And so now as you sort of, has everybody finished both sides? Maybe that would be a better question. Again, you don't have to comment if you don't want to. You can just taking a break to have lunch. Love it. Love it. I'm a food enthusiast. It's fine. I get it. Almost. Okay. Yeah, finish both sides. Awesome. So this, I'm still not as good as yours. Yeah, like I say, first one I drew wasn't very great. Very great. That's not even a sentence. Something's either great or it's not. I've just noticed an absolutely gigantic spider. Oh, this could be a Mark Green moment. Let me tell you now, Beverly would not still be sat where I'm sitting. Put it next to the stamp. There you go. There it is. With the stamp so far. That help? Yep, finish both sides. Amazing. And you can see that this one here is actually quite a bit darker. So if you look at that one, and then there, but that's okay. Spider, I'm gone. Yeah, it's quite large. I might have to radio for help in a minute. So I'm just looking again now, and I can see as I look at it again, this bit here looks like I've sort of forgotten it. Okay. Draw the spider stamp for the next stamp set. No, I'm not going to be drawing the spider. I'm probably just going to give it a name. We do that. The size of a baby elephant. Well, he has got Doc Martin boots on and a couple of tattoos. Yeah. Finished. Love that. Okay. So now, like I say, these little bits, if you've got openings, you can just sort of fill those in. Now, back at the very beginning, so these lines now will look quite faint. So I'm just going to sort of redraw them. Sorry if you can hear me laughing. It's because I think Mark is going to get a glass and a piece of card. So says that he can set Mr. Spider free. Because Incy Wincy is, yeah, he's putting in an appearance. Yeah, that's the ones that make me scream. Like me to cats. You want to see what you're doing? He maybe is wanting to see what I'm doing. I think he's just trying to get out of the rain, if I'm honest. He's alright, he's not hurting anyone, he's just having a wander about. So, I don't know if I'm trying to convince you or me. Then the one side, so if the feather is pointing that way, the bottom one wants to just come down just a weeny bit further. Oh, he's captured. He's going outside. There we go. Mr. Mark Green to the rescue. And then, coming from the top, just down to a little point. No, see, I don't panic about them. I don't sort of get too worked up about what they're doing. But I do like to know where they are. So we've got our little point there. Which... and then down here, so just, if you remember I said, just sort of below where the feather, there's always a portion of matter, if you like, or whatever you want to call it. And I'd just like to sort of put a few little bits on. So if you look at the stamp, that's got it on as well. Oh, it's taking him hours to get out of the rain. It has taken him hours to get out of the rain. And if he'd have knocked the door, I'd have let him in, but he didn't. He just strolled on in like he owned the joint. And then it is just a case of the only thing you have left to do at this point, the only thing, is tidying up any lines, popping in any extra bits. If you see like any white parts in there, you could do wispy bits in the gaps. Absolutely, absolutely. And the thing about it is, the more that you do, so there, you put some bits in. Let me just pop this up closer to you. So in these, where did it go? See how there's just these slight white bits. So there, up there a little bit, and I would just spend a little bit of time filling those out. And just tidying up. The nice thing is, even an actual feather isn't perfect. Because it can't do its job on its own. To be an effective feather, it has to have friends. That's it. So yeah, fill out your gaps. Add in if there's any parts that you don't like. What I would say is, if you've done this in pencil, do you know, I think I might have started this and then not come back to it. If you've done this in pencil, what you can do is, let me just see if this is going to work in pencil. I'm not sure though. Can you actually see that? See, look at that. That one was rubbish, wasn't it? But that's exactly the point. At least you can rub it out. So if you've if you've done these bits and you don't necessarily like them, or maybe you've got it a bit too heavy in there and you're thinking that perhaps you would prefer to rub some bits out, or you don't like a particular line. I'm just trying to make this one really dark so I can show you what I mean. So if you have done it in pencil, can you actually see? Oh, I'm not sure you can. What you can do is start rubbing bits out. That makes sense. And then you can just sort of start again, as it were. But what I would say is, please come back and maybe watch the video again if you want to have another go. But also practice, have fun with it. Bring that one back. Have fun with it. Don't at any point think that you can't do it, because hopefully what this video has done is show you that you can, and essentially so this one, the twisted feather, the principle is the same on all of them. I would go into the great big feather wings, but they took me days to do, and I just don't think that we've got that time this afternoon. But yeah, the principle is the same to do all of these. I'm hoping you're all still there. Can you make the feather bits look easy? Mine doesn't look anything like that. Yes, I would need to practice. Yeah, but I did. I didn't. It wasn't like I can honestly say, this isn't just something that I woke up and went, do you know what? Let's just draw a feather. But what I would really like you to do is take a picture, even if you don't want to send it in, or don't want us to make it public, let us know, but send it to me or send it to Bev, because I would really like to see what you've been doing. Mine needs tweaking. Amazing. Laura, need more practice but enjoyed the process. Awesome. That is all I can want when we are trying to figure out something to do, because if anybody laughs, I know where most of you live, but drawing isn't something that comes naturally to me, and Bev will tell you, Bev will totally confirm what I'm saying. It's not a natural thing for me. This is just something that this thing here is something that I can draw, and there is something we can all do, and all we've got to do is find it. But what I've really enjoyed is spending the time with you and having a chat. Is there anything else anybody wants to talk about or look to, or wants me to show them? Because I'm here and I don't have anywhere to be. So if you need me to do something different, then I will. Jackie Maxwell, I'm very relaxed and happy now. Oh, that's so cool, Jane. Very relaxing. Great to learn where you start from. Loves it, Sam. Learned a lot. I really enjoyed it. Thank you. It's my absolute pleasure. But yeah, really, please send me a picture of what you've done. If you don't want me to make it public, then make sure... Gail looks good a metre away, as if. Make sure you just pop in the message that you would rather I didn't share it, and that's fine. Or we didn't share it. Had fun breaking it down, really helped. Good, loved every minute of it. Where do you want us to post pics? So you can either post them on the Be Crafty Stamps group. You can send them to me if you want. You can send them to Bev. Are you promising to come to mine, Sam, if I laugh? It's a bit wet today. Just going to stay at home, still with the dog. And then what to do is, my pleasure, Angie, Then what we'll do is, perhaps if anybody wants to, like if you sort of keep having a go, what I would then really like is for you to send us a picture of something, maybe, you know, in a week or a month's time when you've had a bit more time to play with it, and see how you've progressed. Rage Forever, I'm just, there we go. So Bev is setting up an album in the group, which is awesome. So go and pop your photos in there. I'm interested to see how everyone else got on. I might be the worst. No, there is no worst, there is no best. I'm really happy that you all came to join in. Love watching people draw because really, yeah, visual. I think it's you know, they say most of what you learn is what you do rather than what you hear, and it is. I would agree with that. Debbie, really enjoy myself. Thank you so much. Again, my absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining in. I think I will leave you all to your drawings for the rest of the afternoon and go and look at some of the pictures that have already been sent to me. And yeah, once again, thank you so much for joining in. It's been you can't all fight for who's got the worst drawing, because there just isn't an award, okay? They will all have their own personality. Indeed they will. So yeah, everybody who keeps telling me that they need to practice, then practice. And I will see you really soon. And thanks for joining in. Take care, guys. Bye.